Hello, this is Joan Fernley, your French and Latin diction coach for choirs, and in this video I will read the Agnus Dei, which is the final part of the standard Latin Mass. You'll find the other parts of the Mass in the description box below, along with my extensive pronunciation guide to Italian Ecclesiastical Latin, which is the pronunciation that I use in these tutorials. Now, when singing sacred music, always good to remind ourselves that singers do not need to follow the beliefs expressed in these sacred texts, no matter whether they were intended for the concert stage or the church itself. However, we can all share in the artistic vision, the human condition expressed in these texts and brought to life by the composer. And we can share that with our audiences. And speaking of sharing, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. It's always encouraging, and of course it helps the YouTube algorithm help other members of the choral community find these tutorials. The Agnus Dei is the very last part of the standard Latin Mass, and it follows a similar three-part structure as the Kyrie that came at the beginning of the Mass. We have 3 lines and they all begin with Agnus Dei qui tollis peccata mundi. The first 2 lines end with Miserere nobis and the last line ends with Dona nobis pacem. It's also one of the shortest parts of the Mass. It's only 9 words, but with lots of repetition. Composers do expand on the text of this part of the Mass simply because there is such depth to the text. The first line that is repeated every time is Agnus Dei qui tollis peccata mundi. So I'll say that slower. Agnus Dei qui tollis peccata mundi. And so for the first 2 lines, we end with Miserere nobis. I'll do that slower. Miserere nobis. And then in the 3rd line, we end slightly differently with Dona nobis pacem. And I'll say it slower. Dona nobis pacem. Well, there you have it, the Agnus Dei, the final part of the standard Latin Mass. Thank you for watching. If you watched all 5 of them, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, they are linked in the description box below, along with my pronunciation guide. Of course, like, share, subscribe, comment below. I do plan on doing more Latin videos, and I have a few more French videos in the planning process. It does take me some time, but I appreciate your encouragement. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.